up a well.
Read verse Numbers 21 and 17.
Numbers 21:17. Then Israel sang this song: Spring up a well, sing ye unto it. The princes dig the well, the nobles of the people digged it, by the direction of the lawgiver with their staffs, and from the wilderness they went to Mattanah, and from Mattanah to Nahaliel, and from Nahaliel to Bamoth, and from Bamoth in the valley that is in the country of Moab to the top of Pisgah, which looketh toward Jeshimon. And Israel sent messengers unto Sihon, king of the Amorites, saying, Let me pass through thy land. We will not turn into the fields or into the vineyards. We will not drink of the waters of the well, but we will go along by the king's highway until we be past thy borders. And Sihon would not suffer Israel to pass through his border. But Sihon gathered all his people together and went out against Israel into the wilderness, and he came to Jahaz and fought against Israel.
So he came to fight against us. Read.
And Israel smote him with the edge of the sword, and possessed his land from Arnon to Jabbok, even unto the children of Ammon. And the border of the children of Ammon was strong.
For the border of the children of Israel, of Ammon.
For the border of the children of Ammon was strong.
Right, so the border of the children of Ammon was strong, so we couldn't penetrate their border. Read.
And Israel took all these cities. And Israel dwelt in all the cities of the Amorites, and Heshbon, and in all the villages thereof. So
you see, it used to be the land of the Amorites. Israel took that land. That's kind of like when you go into Ruth, she was born in the lands where they were at. You see what I'm saying? But Israelite. Read.
Verse 27.
26.
For Heshbon was the city of Sihon the king of the Amorites, who had fought against the former king of Moab, and taken all his land out of his hand, even unto Arnon. Wherefore they that speak in Proverbs say, Come into Heshbon, let the city of Sihon be built and prepared. For there is a fire going out of Heshbon, and a flame from the city of Sihon. It hath consumed Ar of Moab, and the lords of the high places of Arnon. Woe to thee, Moab! Thou art undone, O people of Hamath. He hath given his sons that escaped and his daughters into captivity unto Sihon, king of the Amorites. We have shot at them. Heshbon is perished even unto Dibon, and we have laid them waste even unto Nophah, which reacheth unto Medeba. Thus Israel dwelt in the land of the Amorites, and Moses sent to spy out Jazer, and they took the villages thereof, and drove out the Amorites that were there. And they turned and went up by the way of Bashan, and Og, the king of Bashan, went out against them, he and all his people, to the battle of Edrei. And the Most High spake unto Moses, Fear him not, for I have delivered him into thy hand, and all his people, and his land. And thou shalt do to him as thou didst unto Sihon, king of the Amorites, which dwelt at Heshbon. So they smote him and his son, and all his people, until there was none left him alive, and they possessed his land.
All right, so we possessed that land. Like you're talking about, she was from the land of Moab. That's like we from wherever land we gonna say, but we know we Israelites, wherever we live, right? Go ahead. Just verse 1.
And the children of Numbers 22:1. And the children of Israel set forward and pitched in the plains of Moab on this side Jordan by Jericho.
So where we pitch at? In the plains,
side.
in the plains of Moab, on this side of Jordan by Jericho. You see? So we was in that land of Moab. So when you look at, you know, that's another breakdown, but they're just showing you that we were there. Where? We pitched where? In the land, in the plains of Moab, on this side of Jordan by Jericho. So let's, you know, we call ourselves, like, when you go to Corinthians, what are the land of Corinth, what do the people call them? What do the Israelites call themselves? Yeah. So in the land of Ephesus, what do our people call themselves? Ephesians. In the land of Philippi, what do we call themselves? Philippians. You see what I'm saying? They live in America, what they call themselves? American. You see what I'm saying? So, but the land will determine who you are. You see? But this is not nothing new. It's something that's always been that way. Good Judges 11. Judges 11 chapter. Another reader. We read Judges 11 chapter. Start there, verse 1. Yeah, verse 1.
Judges 11, verse 1. Now Jephthah, the Gileadite, was a mighty man of valor, and he was the son of a harlot, and Gilead begot Jephthah.
He was a son of a prostitute. Go ahead.
Gilead's wife bare him sons. And his wife's sons grew up, and they thrust out Jephthah and said unto him, Thou shalt not inherit it in our father's house, for thou art the son of a strange woman.
He said, you get no inheritance in our father's house, because you the son of a harlot, a prostitute, read.
Then Jephthah fled from his brethren, and dwelt in the land of Tob. And there were gathered vain men to Jephthah, and went out with him. And
Jephthah was a man, he was a mighty warrior. Go ahead.
And it came to pass, in process of time, that the children of Ammon made war against Israel. And it was so, that when the children of Ammon made war against Israel, the elders of Gilead went to fetch Jephthah out of the land of Tob.
Yeah, they went to get him. Remember, he's a mighty man. He's a mighty warrior, read.
And they said unto Jephthah, Come, and be our captain, that we may fight with the children of Ammon. And Jephthah said unto the elders of Gilead, Did not ye hate me, and expel me out of my father's house? And why are ye come unto me now when ye are in distress?
Say, hey, man, you cast me out. Say, I ain't going to be able to get none of the inheritance of your father. Now here you come, because you need me. Ain't that Israel? You ain't nothing, as long as they think they got it going on. Then whenever the stress come, hey, man, you know, that was then. You know, what's up? Y'all about some y'all shot like a You know what I mean? When the stress comes, read. It's going to be that way in the times to come. In our time now. As these times get worse and worse and worse, and the heat is going to be rose up on us, you're going to see this. Read.
Verse 8. And the elders of Gilead said unto Jephthah, Therefore we turn again to thee now, that thou mayest go with us, and fight against the children of Ammon, and be our head over all the inhabitants of Gilead. And Jephthah said unto the elders of Gilead, If ye bring me home again to fight against the children of Ammon, and the Most High deliver them before me, shall I be your head? And the elders of Gilead said unto Jephthah, The Most High be witness between us, if we do not so according to thy word.
Yeah, he said, hey, Jephthah said, hey, I'm going to be your head, I'm going to be over you. He said, hey, the Most High be witness between us. If we do not so according to thy words, to his words, what he said, he'd be head over them. Read.
Then Jephthah went with the elders of Gilead, And the people made him head and captain over them. And Jephthah uttered all his words before the Most High in Mizpeh. And Jephthah sent messengers unto the king of the children of Ammon, saying, What hast thou to do with me, that thou art come against me to fight in my land? And the king of the children of Ammon answered unto the messengers of Jephthah, Because Israel took away my land, when they came up out of Egypt from Arnon, even unto Jabbok and unto Jordan. Now therefore restore those lands again peaceably.
Because we took their land. Go ahead.
And Jephthah sent messengers again unto the king of the children of Ammon, and said unto him, Thus saith Jephthah, Israel took not away the land of Moab, nor the land of the children of Ammon. But when Israel came up from Egypt, and walked through the wilderness unto the Red Sea, and came to Kadesh, then Israel sent messengers unto the king of Edom, saying, Let me, I pray thee, pass through thy land. But the king of Edom would not hearken thereto. And in like manner they sent unto the king of Moab, but he would not consent. And Israel abode in Kadesh. Then they went along through the wilderness, and compassed the land of Edom, and the land of Moab, and came by the east side of the land of Moab, and pitched on the other side of Arnon, but came not within the border of Moab, for Arnon was the border of Moab. And Israel sent messengers unto Sihon, king of the Amorites, the king of Heshbon, and Israel said unto him, Let us pass, we pray thee, through thy land into my place. But Sihon trusted not Israel to pass through his coast. But Sihon gathered all his people together, and pitched in Jahaz, and fought against Israel. And the Most High power of Israel delivered Sihon and all his people into the land of Israel, into the hand of Israel, and they smote them. So Israel possessed all the land of the Amorites, the inhabitants of that country. And they possessed all the coasts of the Amorites from Arnon even unto Jabbok, and from the wilderness even unto Jordan. So now the Most High power of Israel has dispossessed the Amorites from before his people Israel. And shouldest thou possess it? Would not thou possess that which Mash thy power giveth thee to possess? For whosoever the Most High our power shall drive out from before us, them will we possess. And now art thou anything better than Balak the son of Zippor, king of Moab? Did he even strive against Israel, or did he ever fight against them? While Israel dwelt in Heshbon and her towns, and in her Aurora and her towns, and in all the cities that be along the coast of Arnon 300 years? Why therefore did ye not recover them within that time? Wherefore I have not sinned against thee, for thou doest me wrong to war against me. The Most High, the Judge, Yahweh Mashiach Yahushua, the Judge, be judged this day between the children of Israel and the children of Ammon. Howbeit the king of the children of Ammon hearkened not unto the words of Jephthah which he sent him.
Right, so he didn't want to listen to him. Go ahead.
Then the Spirit of the Most High came unto Jephthah, and he passed over Gilead and Manasseh, and passed over Mizpeh, over Gilead. And from Mizpeh of Gilead he passed over unto the children of Ammon. And Jephthah vowed a vow unto the Most High, and said, If thou shalt without fail deliver the children of Ammon unto my hands, then it shall be. And whosoever cometh forth out of
Whatsoever
cometh forth out of the doors of my house to meet me, when I return in peace from the children of Ammon, shall surely the Most High
shall surely be
the Most High. And and I will offer it up for a burnt offering.
So he said he gonna, whatever comes from his house, he gonna give to the Most High. Go ahead.
Verse 32. So Jephthah passed over unto the children of Ammon to fight against them, and the Most High delivered them into his hands. And he smote them from Aurora even till thou come to Manith,
Right. Go ahead.
even 20 cities, and unto the plain of the vineyards with a very great slaughter. Thus the children of Ammon were subdued before the children of Israel.
That's it. So that's the victory that the Most High gave us. Now let's go to Matthew, the 21st chapter, start at verse 1. Matthew 21 and 1.
Matthew chapter 21, verse 1. And when they drew nigh unto Jerusalem, and were come to Bethphage, unto the Mount of Olives, then sent Yahushua two disciples, saying unto them, Go into the village over against you, and straightway ye shall find an ass tied and a coat with her. Loose them, and bring them unto me. And if any man say aught unto you, ye shall say, Mashiach Yahushua hath need of them, and straightway he will send them. All this was done, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophet, saying, Tell ye the daughter of Zion, Behold, thy king cometh unto thee, meek, and sitting upon an ass, and a coat, the foal of an ass.
Right, so get Zechariah 14. This is Zechariah 14. So he's prophesying what was written. Is that it? Yeah. There you go. Read that.
Zechariah chapter 9, verse 9. Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, thy king cometh unto thee. He is just, and having salvation, lowly, and riding upon an ass, and upon a coat the foal of an ass.
Right. That's exactly what he's saying, that prophecy would be fulfilled through him. Most High ain't gonna be riding on no ass. Khan is the Mashiach Yahushua. That's what he's saying is gonna be fulfilled in this scripture. Also look at Isaiah 62 and look at verse 11.
Isaiah chapter 62, verse 11. Behold, the Most High hath proclaimed unto the end of the world. Say ye to the daughter of Zion, Behold, thy salvation cometh. Behold, his reward is with him, and his work before him.
That's right, man. Get Isaiah 40 and 9. No, verse 10. 40 and 10.
Isaiah chapter 40, verse 10. Behold, the Most High power will come with strong hand, and his arm shall rule for him.
Okay. Y'all with me? The Most High, behold, the Most High will come with strong hand. Strong hand. And his arm shall rule for him. His arm shall rule for him. He's not saying he's going to rule, but his arm going to rule for him. You know what I mean? Like you got the owner of the company, then you have who? Not the manager, before you got the president or someone like that. You know what I mean? Or the CEO, wherever it is. You got somebody that owns everything. You got the CEO, then you got the president. You know what I mean? In order going down the line. You see what I'm saying? So the Most High is the highest. And he said his arm, you're going to come with what? A strong hand, right? And his arm going to rule for him. You see? So you got hand, you got arm. What is this talking about? Who is this? The volume?
Hamashiach Yahushua.
Right, Hamashiach Yahushua.
Who sits on the right hand of the Most High.
Khan. Read. Keep on reading. Verse 10.
Behold, the Most High power will come with strong hand, and his arm shall rule for him. Behold, his reward is with him, and his work before him.
That's right. His work, his reward is with him, and his work before him. You see? What are you going to do? But he coming to reward his people. Read.
He shall feed his flock like a shepherd.
He going to feed his flock. We the flock, the pasture of the Most High, like a shepherd that he is over us. Read.
He shall gather the lambs with his arm.
He's going to gather the lambs with his arm. Lambs with his arm. Who are we considered? Say lambs here, but what's a lamb? Or what? Yes, the volume.
A sheep.
A sheep. So he said in Matthew 15:24, but he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Now here it's calling us what? In this scripture calling us what? What's he calling us here in this scripture? Yes. Lambs, which are sheeps. Okay, go ahead.
And carry them in his bosom, and shall gently lead those that are with young.
See? Gently lead those that are with young. Let you know we're going to do what? Those that are with young means what? Yes.
With children?
With children. Either pregnant or have little children. You see? Because some people think that whenever we leave this, we're not going to have any children. We're going to be angels or something. You know what I mean? They taught that too. We're going to be spirits. No, we're going to reign. We're going to be kings and priests. We're going to reign on the earth. It tells us in Revelation 5 and 10. They tell you a little one going to bring forth what? 1,000. A small one going to bring forth a whole nation of people. They tell you, that's why, it's all there. It's just a matter of, I ain't found no women that's going to bring, one woman that's going to bring forth 1,000 children yet. You know what I mean?
That'll take too long.
It'll take too long. What about the pain that they got to deal with? There ain't going to be no pain. I don't think you're going to take away the pain they make it. So you ain't got to be concerned about that. But still, just 1,000 for one woman, that's a lot, man. That's what it says, though, right, Con? So, it's something, man, when you look at it. So that's a prophecy that Hamashiach Yahushua is doing when he's telling him to go get this ass or this coat. Read on in Matthew 21. Verse 6.
Matthew 21, verse 6. And the disciples went and did as Hamashiach Yahushua commanded them, and brought the ass and the coat, and put them on their clothes, and they set him thereon. And a very great multitude spread their garments in the way. Others cut down branches from the trees, and strawed them in the way. And the multitude went before, and that followed, And that father cried, saying, Son to the son of David. Blessed is he that cometh by Shema Mashiach Yahushai, Hosanna in the highest.
See, he's called the son of David. How can he be the son of David if he's the son of a spirit? Blessed is he that cometh in the name of Yahweh Ba Shema Mashiach Yahushai. Hosanna to the highest, to the most high, read.
And when he was coming to Jerusalem, all the city was moved, saying, Who is this? And the multitude said, This is Yahushua HaMashiach, the prophet of Nazareth of Galilee. And Mashiach Yahushua went to the temple of the Most High, and cast out all them that sold and bought in the temple, and overthrew the tables of the money changers and the seats of them that sold doves.
So he went into the temple and disrupted their earnings or their money in the church. They were selling all these things in the church. He overthrew the table. That's their money. Read.
And said unto them, It is written, My house shall be called the house of prayer, and ye have made it a den of thieves.
That's right, man. So what do we have to go by? Him saying it is written, what's that talking about? Yes. That one out.
In the Old Testament?
Right. It's written in Old. That's all they had to go by was the law and the prophets. That's it. Remember, there's no New Testament written. As we're looking at the New Testament and reading it, there's no New Testament. All they went by was the law and the prophets. So that was, he just quoting from the Old Testament. Isaiah, one of them, Isaiah 56 and 7.
Isaiah chapter 56 verse 7. Even them will I bring to my holy mountain, and make them joyful in my house of prayer. Their burnt offerings and their sacrifices shall be accepted upon mine altar. For my house shall be called a house of prayer for all people.
Right, so his house going to be called a house of prayer for all people. All means what? Yes, the Bible?
A certain number?
A certain number. Right. It's not for everyone. Right, a certain number. Come. So, let's go back to Matthew 21.
Matthew 21,
Read verse 13 again.
Matthew 21 and 13. And said unto them, It is written, My house shall be called the house of prayer, but ye have made it a den of thieves.
See, but they selling and doing, conniving and probably beat. Why he said den of thieves? Why he said den of thieves? Because they doing what? Why is he calling it a den of thieves? What do a thief do? What a thief do? The buyer.
They steal.
They steal. So why is he calling it a den of thieves? They selling in there, so what are they doing? Yes.
Oh, they're stealing.
They stealing how? How they stealing?
They're stealing because they're trying to get people to believe that you can actually pay to get to the Hamashiach.
No, that ain't what they were doing. Is that what they were selling? They were selling the word of the Most High. They were selling salvation. These den of thieves, is that what they were doing? I mean, where you read that at? Where you read that at? Read verse 12 again.
Matthew 21 and 12. And Mashiach Yahushua went into the temple of the Most High, and cast out all them that sold and bought in the temple, and overthrew the tables of the money changers, and the seats of them that sold doves.
So, they ain't got nothing to do with no salvation. They're in there hustling. They hustling the people. Get Jeremiah 7 and 11.
Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 11. Is this house, which is called by my name, become a den of robbers in your eyes? Behold, even I have seen it, saith the Most High.
Yeah, man, they in there selling stuff, man. It should cost 50 cents. They selling it for $5. See what I'm saying? Robbing the people, stealing. Ain't this what happened to us? I mean, look how they raised the market up. That's what they're doing. It only shouldn't be 50 cents. They charging them $5. Making all this percentage over what it should cost. Robbing the people. That's stealing from people. You can make a little profit, but they're in there, you know, robbing the people. That's what it's talking about. Y'all with me? You understand? That's why it's saying that. Go back to Matthew.
Matthew 21 and 14. And the blind and the lame came to him in the temple, and he healed them. And when the chief priests and scribes saw the wonderful things that he did, and the children crying in the temple, and saying, Hosanna to the Son of David, they were sore displeased.
Yeah, they got angry, man. They was always, you know, looking at people that had a Mashiach Yahushua and noticing how the people was locked into him, and they was jealous of that. Because they wanted the Romans to still, you know, be with them. They're going to lose their position with the Romans, the so-called Italian Caucasians, who were the superpower of the earth at that time when he walked the earth, and going to lose the prestige with the people. Like people, they want to be someone. As you see here, right? That's why they was angry with him, because he was healing people and doing things that they couldn't do. So they was jealous of him. Verse 16.
They said unto him, Hearest thou what these say? And Mashiach Yahushua said unto them, Yeah. Have ye never read, out of the mouth of babes and suckling thou hast perfected praise?
That's me. What is he quoting from the Old Testament again? For those that say we ain't got to deal with the Old Testament, have you not? What did he say? Have you not what?
Yeah. Have ye never read, out of the mouth of babes and sucklings thou hast perfected praise?
Yeah, get that in Psalms the 8th chapter. Read verse 2.
Psalms chapter 8, verse 2. Out of the mouth of babes and sucklings hast thou ordained strength because of thine enemies, that thou mightest steal the enemy and the avenger.
That's right, man. Make them be still. Shut them down out of the mouth of babes. Here we are right now. That's right, man. He's doing it right now, man. Out of the mouth of babes and sucklings thou hast perfected praise. Verse 17 of Matthew 21.
And he left them and went out of the city into Bethany, and he lodged there.
That's it. That's all she wrote. So, any questions? That's all we're going to go over today.